everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. For the past few months, I have actually been keeping a secret from you guys, but I have been documenting the entire thing, and I have decided that now is a good time to reveal the big secret, and that is that I have a brain tumor. I was actually diagnosed with it on my 28th birthday, which was December 20th of 2022, but this entire journey started back in October, and anytime that I had an appointment or some kind of diagnostic imaging, or I just had thoughts I wanted to share, I made sure to document it because I did want to have this all documented so I could share it with you guys in case any of you are going through it as well. I do want to say that if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below because I would love to do a Q&A video all about my brain tumor, the diagnostic process, what I'm doing for treatment and stuff like that. In this particular video, I will be mentioning my treatment plan. However, I will not be doing my treatment experience. I am gonna do an entirely new video for that, and I'm really sorry if this video is like all over the place, but I am gonna go ahead right now and roll the various vlog clips of the diagnostic process. So without further ado, let's get started. I am not entirely sure that you will ever see these clips, but in the off chance that something does occur as a result of what I'm going to be talking about, I wanted to have it documented and document the journey. So the other day on October 25th, I went to my yearly visit with the OBGYN and was talking to her, and I had mentioned, you know, I think maybe I could have PCOS or a hormonal imbalance because of a wide variety of symptoms I've been experiencing. For the past year or two, I've had irregular periods, which is not normal for me. I was one of those people who was not on birth control, but always got their period the same day every month. However, in the past 2 years, that has changed. My period comes when it wants to and doesn't come when it doesn't want to. And if you've been following my channel for quite some time, you may or may not have noticed a significant weight gain. You can definitely see it in my face. I have put on over 50 pounds within the last 12 to 18 months. And no matter what I do, I cannot shed this weight. I literally could pee every hour on the hour if needed. And sometimes it's to the point where like I go to the bathroom every half hour. And I have really bad headaches now and just all these other symptoms. And so when I left that appointment, we ended with I needed an internal ultrasound just to see what everything looks like. When I was checking out for my appointment, I got super lucky because she was scheduling me for an internal ultrasound and she had a cancellation for 3 o'clock, so if I wanted to hang around, then they could do it that day, and I was like, I might as well. So while I was waiting around, I got all my blood work done that I needed to do, came back and did my internal ultrasound, and that night, not all of my blood work came back, but some of it came back, and I have super high levels of prolactin. And during my appointment, she mentioned that there was a slim chance that it could quite possibly be a small pituitary tumor. So of course, I just kept researching, and when looking at the symptoms, everything checked off and just started to click. Here we are a few days later. I have talked with my doctor. She said we are not going to worry until we have something to worry about. The next steps are on November 23rd. I have to go in and repeat all the labs that we did, which would be 4 weeks after the original ones. And then we are going to go from there. So today is November 23rd, and this morning I had to go in and do blood work again for my prolactin levels, and I just got them back. My levels have jumped from 29 all the way up to 74, and that is just in the past 4 weeks. Right now I am just waiting to hear from my doctor. Hopefully I will hear at the beginning of next week. I don't think I will hear this week for the simple fact that tomorrow is Thanksgiving, but I might. If I do hear from them, I will let you guys know. I mentioned that I didn't think this was a video you guys were ever gonna see, but with my levels being so high, I definitely think this is a video you guys are gonna end up seeing, and I need to stay off Google because Google's saying a lot of scary stuff right now. I'm assuming I'm gonna be getting a MRI to check my pituitary gland, and I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm gonna try to enjoy tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to just focus on the positives. So it is now December 1st, and I do have a little bit of an update, and that is that I do in fact need to have an MRI like I suspected, and I am just waiting for the prior authorization to go through so that I can schedule it and have that done. I am really hoping that I can get it done in an open MRI machine as opposed to a closed one, because I do have claustrophobia and panic when I am in tight spaces, and obviously a closed MRI is going to be a really small tube that you are stuck in, and you are stuck in it for quite some time and you can't move. Due to all of that, my doctor did prescribe me an anti-anxiety medication that I just went and picked up. I was prescribed 2 tablets of lorazepam, which is just Ativan, and I'm supposed to take 1 tablet 2 hours before my procedure, and then if I need to, I can take the second one 30 minutes prior to my MRI. But that is basically all I have for an update for you guys. I am hoping that by the end of this month, we do have answers as to what is going on. This has definitely been a faster process than some of my past procedures and stuff like that, so I am hopeful that soon we will have answers. It is currently December 9th, and I just got off the phone with radiology. I am having my MRI in 11 days, which also happens to be my birthday, so I get to spend my 28th birthday on December 20th having this pituitary MRI done. But it was either that or waiting till the end of January, and I want to know what's going on in my head. It's kind of scary not knowing what's going on, so I chose it anyways. When I have my MRI, I will do my best to take you guys along with me, and if I don't get to take you guys with me, I will sit down and explain everything and what goes on and stuff like that. So it is now December 21st. Yesterday, on December 20th, was my 28th birthday, as well as my MRI. What a great birthday, right? My whole plan was to document as much as I could. However, I literally got 1 clip, and that was me taking my first dose of Ativan, and I will include that clip right here. So I took my first dose of Ativan about an hour ago now. It's definitely hitting. I'm super nervous. This is not how I expected to spend my 28th birthday. So that was the only clip that I got, and I did end up taking that second dose. On the bottle it said I could take it if I needed it, and let me tell you, I needed it. Now I'm gonna talk all about the actual MRI experience. So when I first got to the radiology department, I checked in and the lady brought me straight to an MRI screening room. I sat there with my mom. Thankfully, she was allowed to come in with me, and we just kind of sat there waiting. And then this guy named Jim came in, and let me tell you, Jim deserves an award. He was fantastic. He took me through this process from start to finish. He was so funny. He knew it was my birthday and tried to make me laugh as much as possible. But when Jim first came in the room and introduced himself, he sat down, told me absolutely everything that was going to happen and what they were doing. He even had laminated pictures to show me what they were looking for and what the images would look like and stuff like that. I had to sign a few things, and then it was time to go and get dressed, and I had to put on a Johnny gown as well as these very sexy pants. I will go ahead and insert a picture of what I looked like. The picture did not capture these sexy pants, which I'm so mad about because those things were golden. I wish I could have kept them. After I was dressed, Jim took me back to the room where my MRI was being done. Once I got into the MRI room, he had me take off my glasses and my mask and leave them on the windowsill, and then I had to go lie on the MRI table. And the worst part of this whole experience for me was probably the fact that I also had to have a cage over my face. I had to lay my head into this like helmet base thing, and then they put a cage over your face. But let me tell you, that was not a fun experience. Next, Jim went ahead and put an IV in because I had 2 parts to my MRI. I had a non-contrast portion, and then I also had a contrast portion. And first up was the non-contrast portion, but of course they're gonna put the IV in now. And so they gave me a few armrests. On top of that, I also had the cage over my face. And the best way I can describe the feeling of being in the MRI, it literally felt like I was either in a body bag or in one of those drawers that they put dead people in to keep them cold. That is like the best way I can explain it. It was not fun. I did have some silent panic moments. About 30 minutes in, they stopped the MRI, pulled me out, gave me the contrast, and then pushed me right back in to finish it. In total, I think I was in there for about an hour, and it was just super loud. I had the option of listening to music, but I couldn't listen to my own playlist, so it seemed kind of pointless to me. Next time, I'm definitely gonna opt for like putting on Christmas music or something like that. And after they pulled me out, they went ahead and sent me back to the room where I got dressed, and I was able to leave. And then within a few hours, my results came through on my phone on the patient portal, and I was able to read through them all on my own. And it was right before we were getting ready to sit down and have cake, and I read through it, and it did in fact say that they did find something. I do have a very small tumor on my pituitary gland of my brain. So, surprise! The medically complex girl has a brain tumor. Since it is so small, I am hoping that oral medications will shrink it. So my 28th birthday is a birthday I will never forget, and the next update that you guys get from me will hopefully be once I have consulted with my doctor and know the plan going forward. But I did want to just sit down and give you guys a summary of everything that happened yesterday and how the MRI went, and let you know that something was in fact found. So I'm back with another update. Today is December 30th of 2022, and I believe this is actually going to be my last update for this video. For a little bit of an update, I literally just got off the phone with my doctor. She was able to review my MRI and all the notes the radiologist left, and has come up with a treatment plan for me. So starting sometime in January, I will be taking an oral medication to help with all the various symptoms, and I believe the medication is pronounced cabergoline, and I do have a few notes here on my phone. So I will first start by taking half a tablet, which is 0.25 milligrams by mouth 2 times weekly for 2 weeks. And after the low dose, I will be bumping it up a little bit, and I will be taking 1 tablet, which is 0.5 milligrams, and I will be taking that 2 times a week from then on. My doctor did go over a bunch of the side effects of the medication. A lot of them are typical side effects that you could experience, such as nausea, headaches, and stuff like that. Another one that is less common is impulsivity and mental health related stuff. And I think that's all I have for you guys for an update for this video in particular. I am going to do an entirely different video all about my experience with this medication. If you guys are going through this same exact thing or have taken this medication, definitely let me know in the comments down below, or even reach out to me over on my Instagram. I do my best to get back to messages over there quite frequently, but for now, that is all I have for you guys. So those are just the clips I have, and that is kind of my diagnosis story, I guess you could say. Like I mentioned in the beginning, if you guys have any questions related to this tumor or the diagnostic process or anything like that, definitely leave them below, because I would love to do an entirely separate Q&A video all about it. If you guys liked this video and like seeing the beginning of this journey, definitely let me know in the comments. While you guys are down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I upload new content regularly, and would love it if you would become part of our little family. Also, be sure to hit the bell so that you are in fact notified every time I do upload a new video. I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!